Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are fine and good at home. Please safe, everyone. Be safe. See, students, as we have already started the chapter that is measures of mass, length, and capacity. That is chapter number 17. In this chapter, we have already completed so many of the things. Conversion we have done, addition we have done, subtraction we have done, multiplication we have done, as well as division we have done. And in the last class we have discussed what problems do. So I have told you in the last class how you can write the statement of the word problem or the story problem. Students, first I would like to discuss with you all that what is measurement. The act or process of ascertaining the extent, dimension or quantity of something. This is called measurement. Okay, in the last class also this I have told to you. When we used to ascertain the extent of dimension or the quantity of anything, okay, that is called measurement. For that we are having different units which we use to measure the things, because everything cannot be measured on the same basis. Okay, so we have a different measurement unit. Okay, we have different measuring unit through which we used to do the measurement of the particular given thing or anything we want to measure. Okay, the length we used to use to measure uh, the length of anything like the cloth or the length of a bench if you want to. Okay, that all used to be measured in this building, that also used to be measured in meter or centimeter. The distance when you are walking from one place to another place, that used to be measured in kilometers and meters. Okay, the weight of anything when you are weighting anything, okay, that means the mass when you are observing of anything, that used to be measured in kg or gram. Okay, then when you are measuring the volume or the capacity of any substance, they generally diffused in liquid substances like water, oil, petrol, okay, juices. So these, in that the capacity is used, that is liter and milliliter. Okay, meter is the standard unit of measurement. Meter is the standard unit of measurement in which meter with which we used to measure the things, and that standard unit is for all, for length also, for mass also, for capacity also. Okay, for all the things. Now we are going to move, as we have already discussed, addition, subtraction and multiplication, division even, how we used to do the matrix measurements, how we can divide or multiply or add or subtract in measurement. This much we have already discussed. Now we are going to move with the story problem, or I can say the word problems which are given in your book, okay, which we are discussing. Okay, in the last class I have discussed few of the word problems with you, in which I have told you how you can write the statement of those word problems and how you can solve it. Today also I am here with few more word problems. So let's see. So when we are talking about the word problem, statement writing is very necessary, and how we used to write the statement should be properly written and everything should be properly done. That is very compulsory. Okay, we have to write the statement nicely so that whatever we are writing, okay, or whatever we are writing or solving, that should be appropriately read by anyone, and we can see that what the question was asking. Through statement we can understand what the question was asking. Only dividing, adding, multiplying or subtracting is not the purpose of story problem. Now let's see, one question is there. In this question you can see, my dear, there is a picture here, you can see that is Rosie. Okay, Rosie bought 2 bags of wheat. How many bags of wheat Rosie bought? 2, my dear. The weight of one bag is 30 kg and 500 gram, and the weight of another bag is 15 kg and 250 grams. What is the total weight of both the bags? You have to find the total weight of both the bags. So for finding the total weight of both the bags, you have to add first. What you have to do? You have to add first. So you can write in the statement, you can write the statement, you can see solution is written here, it is written solution. In that solution it is written weight of one bag is written, then the weight of another bag we have calculated. For calculating the weight of two bag, what the exact actual weight of two bag, first we will make two columns, one for kg, one for gram. Then we will write the unit which are present in kg, and we will write the unit which are present in gram. Like 30 kg and 500 gram is written. So 30 will be written in kg column and 500 will be written in gram column. In the same way, 15 will be written in kg column and 250 will be written in gram column. After this, you can see 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5, and 5 plus 7 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So 750 you will get. 750 you will get as gram. Now after that, in kg column you can see 0 plus 5 is 5, okay, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So you will get 45 kgs and 750 gram. Okay, that is the amount which you have calculated of both the bags. In the next, it was written that you have to find the difference between both the bags so that you can tell that which bag is having more amount. So for that you have to subtract. So you will make again two columns, one for kg, one for gram. Then you will write the unit like 30 and 500, 30 in kg column and 500 in gram column, and 15 again in downside of the 30 and 250 downside of the 500. After that you will do the subtraction here. So 0 minus 0 when you will do, you will get 0. Okay, then 0 minus 5 is not possible, as 0 is lesser than 5. It will take one carry from 5, so 5 will give 1, it will become 4 and it will become 10. 10 minus 5 you will get 5, and 4 minus 2 you will get 2. So you will get 250. Again, you can see 0 minus 5 is not possible, so it will take one carry from 3 and it will be 10 and it will be 2. So 10 minus 5 is 5 and 2 minus 1 is 1. So the difference between both the bag is 15 kgs and 250 gram. So last statement will be written like the total weight of both the bag that you have calculated by adding, that is 45 kgs and 750 gram. In the same way, the difference between both the bag you have calculated by subtracting, which you have got 15 kgs and 250 gram. Now in this question, as you all can see, it is written here Rosie is making cake. So Rosie made 16 cakes out of 17 kgs and 568 gram of flour. Okay, how much flour did she use for one cake? Means you have to find how much she has used for one particular cake. It is given the total amount which she has used for 16 cakes. You first calculate the amount which she has used for only one single cake. For that, what you will do? You will divide. After that, in the next, it is written how much flour will she need to make 12 cakes. How much she will need to make 12 such cakes. For 16 it is written, one you will calculate. Then if we are knowing the value of one cake, means how much weight of flour she is using for one cake, we can easily find the rest number of flour which she will use for the rest all cakes. So for this, what we have to do, just see what it is written. See what it is written. It is written the statement flour used, okay, flour used to make 16 cakes, that is 17 kgs and 568 gram. Weight of flour used for each cake. For that we have divided, okay, we have done the division work here, okay, and for finding the rest all we have multiplied. So you can see it is written 17 kgs and 568 gram was written. So first this kg was converted into gram. So when you will convert this 17 kg into gram, my dear, okay, into gram, when you will convert, you have to multiply this 17 kgs by 1000, because we are knowing this, the 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. So 17 kg will be equal to 17,000 gram. Okay, after that, in that 17,000 gram you will add 568 grams, then you will get 17568. Now you will divide that, okay, to get how much you will use for 1 kg flour. You can see 16, when you will divide by, is 1 is divisible by 16? No, it is not. So 17, we will take two numbers together, that is 17. 17, we will read the table of 16 so that we can see that is 17 is coming in the table of 16. Yes, it is coming in the table of 16, but not exactly 17, but less than 17, that is 16. So 16 is coming in the table of 16 by one time, by reading the table of 16 one time. So we will write 16 just below 17 and give the minus sign to the left side of the 16. Then we will subtract here. 7 minus 6 will be 1 and 1 minus 1 will be 0. After that we will see, is 1 is divisible? No, it is not. So we will take another digit, that is 5 down. It will be 15. So is 15 is divisible? We can divide 16. Means in the table of 16, 15 is coming. No, it is not coming because it is lesser than 16. So we have to take the another digit to divide it. So for taking 6 down, you have to first write 0 in the quotient column, which shows that the number which we have taken previously, it was not divisible. So another number also we have taken. So 156 is divisible by 16. No, it is not divisible. So less than that is divisible. Yes. Yes, it is divisible. In the table of 16, in 9 times when you will read 16 table, you will get 144. 144 is divisible by 16, okay, in 9 times. So that 9 you will write upside in the question column, and 144 you will write just below 156. After that you will give the minus sign to the left side of the 144. Then you will subtract it. 6 minus 4 will be 2 and 5 minus 4 will be 1 and 1 minus 1 will be 0. So this much you have done. Now is 12 we can divide by 6? No, we cannot do this. So for that we can see, is there any number available or is there any number still present in dividend column? Yes, 8 was present. So 8 which is present there, which that we can take down, and that 12 can be made 128. Now this 12 is 128. Now when we will read the table of 16 again 8 times, we can get 128 in 8 times. So 8 we will write in the quotient column and 128 we will write just below 128. So when we will subtract 128 from 128, we will get 0. So after that, this 1000, 1098 you can divide by 1000, and when you will divide you will get 1 kg and 98 gram. This much you have got the weight of how much flour she is using for one particular cake. Now you have to find out that how much she will use for 12 such number of cakes, means the same quantity she is using, okay, the same weight of flour she is using for rest all cakes also. So how much she is using? So for that it's very easy. We have to find how much she is using for 12 cakes. We are knowing the weight of flour which she is using for one cake. So first we will make two columns, one for kg, one for gram. We will write that kg and gram upside in the upside one, and then after we will write 1 in the kg column and 98 in the gram column. After that we will write 12 in the gram column and we will multiply. What we will do? Multiplication. So 2 into 8 when you will do, we always used to multiply, okay, from the right side now. So 2 into 8 is 16. So 6 you will write down, 1 you will take carry, and that carry you will write to the next number. 2 into 9 is, yes. Now after that again you will do what? 2 into 9 you will do, okay. So when you will do 2 into 9 you will get 2 nines are 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. So 9 you will write down, 1 you will take carry to the kg column. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3, that you have written. After that, for multiplying with the next digit, you will put one cross just below the first digit from the right. After that, you will start multiplying again. One table when you will read 8 times, you will get 8. So 8 you write downside. Then again you read the table of 1 9 times, you will get 9. After that, one table 1 time, then you will write this. After that, you have to add both. What you have to do? You have to add both. So 6 plus nothing is given, so it will be 6. After that, 9 plus 8 when you will do, you will get 17. So 7 you will write down and 1 you will take carry. Now 9 plus 3 when you will do, you will get 12, plus 1 is 14. So 4 will be written and 1 will be taken carry. After that, here 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. So after this, after doing this much, you will get the answer as Rosie will need 13 kgs and 176 gram of flour to make 12 such cakes. That is all, my dear. I hope you all have understood the things which I have explained, and you will go through the statements, the things in the way I have explained, and you will do in the same way. Okay, and you will get the answer nicely. That is all for today, my dear. I hope you will watch the video nicely so that you can understand everything, and then you can do the thing properly, nicely, without facing any problem. But still, if problem will be there, you can come with your queries in the online classes. We will solve together. That is all. Thank you, everyone.